Hey guys, Monica here with Simply Cuttable, and I am creating a really cute personalized baby gift. There is a new baby coming to the world, and his initials are going to be RAR, so R-A-R, and I thought this cute little dinosaur was perfect to put his initials on to personalize this gift. Personalized gifts go over very well at baby showers, so if you want everyone to love you at the baby shower, go for personalization. And it's also an incredibly simple iron-on vinyl project that will take you just a few minutes. So I just wanted to do it from start to finish to show you guys a very simple way to get started with iron-on vinyl. So the first thing I want to do is measure how much space I have. And I'm just using this quilting ruler that you can find at any quilting store or craft store. And I'm sort of seeing how much space, if I want his initials here, I kind of have maybe 3 inches. That'd be pushing it. And then width, you can see, that's why I like the clear ones. I really have about 3/4 of an inch. So not a ton of room to work with here. And I think probably if I wanted it to be sized properly, about 2.5 inches would be correct. So I'm going to take that over to Design Studio and design that project with those dimensions in mind. So since this is super simple, I'm just going to add some text. R-A-R, those are his initials. I want them all capitalized. And this font's okay, but let's choose the font. Now I'm going to choose the font first because the sizing of every font is slightly different. And I'm going to narrow it down to Cricut fonts by clicking the Cricut button. And then let's see. I want like a cute kid font, which maybe birthday cake, birthday bash. Nah, a little bit kiddier. Let's see. This is the hardest part of the project, you guys. Not Mickey. Oh, this one. Don Juan Under Pressure. Super cute. Okay, that's perfect. So let's see if the width is 2.5. That's about how much width I had to work with. So I want to see how tall it is if I do that. So if you guys look here, I didn't change the font size. It automatically changed it for me if I changed the size up here in the top. So 2.5 inches wide makes it 0.625 inches tall. I think this will be perfect actually. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and make it. And just to check sizing, you guys, I'm going to do a test cut on regular paper. So on like printer paper that I use, in my printer, because that way I can check the sizing. So let's go ahead and just get this set up and I will show you the results. Okay, my cut on just normal copy paper has finished. And I've got these initials here. So I'm just going to lay them out to see if I like the spacing of them. I do this because I'd rather waste copy paper than do expensive vinyl, right? So just put that there and put that there and put that there. And ooh, I think that's actually super cute. So I like it. Now you see in my design, it's kind of hard to see, but I've got it overlapping that R. So when I cut it, it looks like this, right? There's a bunch of space. But I think I sort of want to tilt in here. So let's go back to Design Studio and design this to get it ready to cut the way that I want to, since I've done my trial here with paper and I like it. Okay, so I want to tilt these letters a little bit. So what I'm going to do is select the text, and this button here that says Advanced, I'm going to click it, and I'm going to ungroup to letters. So what that does is it ungroups all of these, and it puts them in different layers over here. Now you can see I have 6 different layers. That's because there is a shadow layer on this text. So and it's hidden, right? So I'm actually just going to leave it alone. You can delete it if you want. And then I'm going to tilt each one of these letters. I think that one was like this. This one was like this. Oops, it untilted. So, oh, there it goes. Sometimes it takes a minute for it to line up. So then I'm going to push, overlap them a little like I did on my actual test run. And this is, you guys can do this till whatever you think. And then a trick that I do actually is that I make a copy. So over here, there's a duplicate button. And I make this copy because that way I'm about to weld these together so they become one layer. And that way I have the layers individually again if I just want to try something else. So this is looking a little uneven to me actually. So I'm going to put it on this. You see this grid here? So it's nice to line it up and see if you've got it, kind of aligned on that level. I'll just tilt this one a little bit more. It's too straight. That last one was too straight. Now it looks like I'm making like a curve. which I actually think is pretty cute. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one because I moved them again. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate again. And you guys, a lot of times I don't use this, but it's nice to have it separate. Plus, this remembers what font it is, and once you weld it, it's over. You know, you can undo later, but if you go on to more complicated designs, it gets a lot more confusing. So then down here, I've got all these layers selected, which, by the way, you guys, to select, I'm just holding my mouse down and dragging multiple layers. And I'm going to come down here and click weld. It's going to make those letters go together really cutely. So I'm actually going to go ahead and test run this again on copy paper because I don't want to waste my vinyl. So I'm going to go ahead and make it. And it looks like I forgot to do the ARR. So let's go ahead and hide this, which I just selected it all. And then I'm going to, oh, that's my weld result. So I can hide each one like that. Okay, now we'll make it. And then since I want to use the same copy paper, I'm just going to pull this down so that it's not in the same spot. All right, I'm going to select copy paper, and then it's going to tell me what to do, so I'm going to go do it. Okay, so I've got my RAR, and I'm just going to test it again just to make sure I like it. Actually, you know, this particular thing. I think that's super cute, so it's time to actually make it in vinyl. So to prep my mat, I have vinyl on here, and it's hard to tell, but I do have the shiny side down. And I'm going to look to see if there's any major bumps, and I'm going to smooth it out really well. I also have my braying tool, which I can use. Oops, I sort of just made a dent on my vinyl because I'm doing it on this. I'm going to make sure it's really smooth. So it doesn't use a whole lot of vinyl, and you can tell I've already used a little corner of this. Now I wanted to show you that this is the dull side. So I actually have this mat, it's I have the whole roll on it, and this is what the shiny side looks like. So this is shiny and this is dull. Shiny, dull. So even though they both look shiny because of my light, hopefully you can see that this is shinier. So that's the side that's down. And then I'm gonna go set up the cut on Design Space. So I'm gonna go ahead and click Make It Again. And then I have that one little square cut out. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this over and give it plenty of room. And I'm going to mirror the image. Since it is an iron-on, you need to mirror it. And then I'm going to say continue. I'm going to select my maker. Okay, I'm going to choose iron-on here from the materials. And then it tells me to load my mat. And it also gives me this nice reminder to make sure the mirror is turned on and the material is placed shiny side down on the mat, which we've already done. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Okay, so it's cut, and it's really hard to see, but I promise it's there. And I love to use these to cut things out with, these rotary blades, again in the quilting section or sewing section, because it just makes it so much easier. So I'm just going to cut around this really quick. And then I'm going to weed this. So weeding, I'm just taking off the parts that I don't want on the shirt. This is a simple weed, and I'm using the Cricut tools to weed. So don't pull too hard when you're weeding. You might actually rip the vinyl. You can see this little piece wants to come off. There we go. Just gonna pull that. And then I've got these little inside parts. Oops, it didn't come off. All right. So because I cut that with the rotary cutter, this little piece will come right off like this. Super cute so far. Oops, pull a little bit. Okay, move this out of the way. My tool's out of the way. Pull this over here. Place our RAR where we want it. Okay, and it kind of sticks. That material is kind of sticky. I'm going to use the Cricut Easy Press to iron this on. So I just followed the directions for the Cricut Easy Press and I ironed it on, and here's the result. It looks super cute. Here's a close-up of it. You guys can see how well it's stuck. I did shoot a video of this, or at least I thought, but my computer ate it or something. I can't find it, you guys. Sorry about that. I just followed the instructions and then peeled the little paper off while it was still kind of warm to make sure it worked, and it did. So this is the gift, and again, here's a picture of it. I hope you've had fun with this Cricut Beginner Iron-On project. Like I said, this one's super simple, but it's great to learn the basics. And then that way you can work up to bigger projects. See you next time, and be sure to subscribe below to get our next video.